Randall.
The Southeast Missourian Christmas Tournament quarterfinals, 4 games and 4 spots in the Final Four. First up, the Jackson Indians facing Delta Indians, passing it all around the house to start this one off. Eventually, John Ernst is going to find Will Thomas inside to get Jackson its first field goal. Then it's Thomas. It's his turn to pass. Finding Blaine Reagan right there. That's another Jackson Indians layup, but Delta not out of it by a long shot. Paxton Hornbuckle. He's able to muscle his way in and put up the Bobcats' first points of the game. Can he do it again? No. So he decides to kick it out to Ryan Jeffries, thinks about going outside, eventually goes inside. It pays off with 2 points right there. How about 3 points? He wears number 3, Will Thomas with a 3. Puts Jackson back in front. This game, back and forth. Jeffries fought all game long, and Delta's fight ultimately goes 4 quarters, but Jackson in the final period, too strong. Indians advance to the semis. Head coach Corey Toma afterward.
I think our depth kind of wore on them as the game went on. They're a very talented team, ranked in state, well coached. We knew this was going to be a big game for them, and so super proud of the kids how they responded and and kept playing 4 quarters.
Indians are 2 games away from being repeat champions. Still a lot of work to be able to get to that point. Next up, Woodland held a big lead over Chaffee in the second half. Cardinals head coach Sean Kinder would love to put this game away, and that's what they were doing for a good part of it. Calvin Layton, air delivery to Corbin Kinder, and the senior pulling up from mid-range right there, slightly contested. Still, he's able to make it. Here comes the Chaffee Red Devils comeback, however. Dane McMullen able to get the steal right here, and he's able to speed down the court for 2. But Woodland, they still had a decent gap. They were controlling this. Layton with another layup right there. Looked like it was going to be comfortable. That's until late in the fourth. Chaffee charges back. Colby Estes ties it in a matter of moments. Suddenly, this game's up in the air. But Layton, some clutch shooting. The Cardinals would catch a break off a Chaffee turnover, and Layton would go to the free throw line. Makes it a 4-point margin, and despite this Chaffee 3 at the buzzer, the Cinderella story ends. 1 point shy Chaffee was of making it to overtime, potentially going to the semifinals. Woodland remains confident in their chance to win this thing.
Tomorrow we're going to regroup and get back in the gym and work together and just figure out what we need to do to come out and win this thing, because that's ultimately what the goal we want.
Scott City and Cape Central are up next, and Goliath Morris Young, the strong center for Cape, earning an and 1 right there. And it's going to seem like deja vu right here. I swear it's not. Just a pretty similar circumstance. Another and 1 for the Cape Central big man. Scott City, they need a response. Mark Dannemuller rightly calls the timeout, and then Caden Lowry, last year's tournament MVP, getting the layup right there to help out. Also helping out on defense, the steal right there, driving it up the court. Is he going to find an option? Decides to take it himself. And despite not getting the points right there, he gets the foul, goes and makes his free throws. Ultimately, doesn't have to worry about this one. Able to make it right there. And later on, Braden Walton, a strong second half, delivers Scott City the upset. Rams are moving on to the Final Four now. Right now, it is still up in the air as to who is going to join these 3 in the semifinals. Notre Dame and Charleston, they are battling late. This one pretty close. Notre Dame probably has it. We've got only about 2 minutes to go. But hey, it is not over just yet. Still, let's check out the bracket. Cape Central's loss means that we will not get a rematch of last year's tournament championship game. It's been Cape Jackson the past 2 seasons. We are also going to have an unusual finalist. Woodland or Scott City is going to make the championship. The last time either of these teams made it was the Rams when they won the championship in 1999. Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Dexter survived an East Carter scare, only a 3-point margin in that victory. And Van Buren and Puxico comfortably make it through. And in the day's upset in Bloomfield, Twin Rivers, the 6 seed, takes out 3 seed Bernie. Hey, something is up with that 3-6 game because in El Dorado, a 6 seed again. So yeah, the 6 seed for Missourian, for Bloomfield, for El Dorado, they all won. Vienna takes out Heron, and another upset. Anna Jonesboro sends Massac County to the consolations. So it'll be the 6 versus the 7 seed. One of them will be in the championship. The other semifinal, Carterville and Fairfield. The semifinals and the championship both take place on the same day. That is this Monday, the 29th in El Dorado.